to drown. We're going to perish. We're going to die. And their words in that situation, it demonstrated their lack of faith. Why? Because even though the creator of the universe was in the boat with them, even though Christ, the Messiah, was in the boat with them, even though Jesus, to whom all authority in heaven and earth belongs to, was in the boat with them, they had concluded that they were going to perish. They had largely assumed and concluded that they were going to perish. And yet Jesus was in the boat with them. You see, behind their words was not submission to the will of God, but fear. That was what was behind their words. It was not submission to the will of God, or the purpose of God, or the plan of God. Rather, it was fear. And when we look at their response and contrast their response to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, it is night and day. There is a complete difference. So Christ then asked them the question after he calms the storm, where is your faith? Where is your faith? You've seen me perform miracles and signs and wonders. You've seen the things that I have done. Where is your faith? And that could mean two things. Meaning, first of all, it could mean, why don't you trust me? Why don't you trust me? Or it could mean, what do you trust more? Do you trust more in the fact that this wind and the wave is going to make you perish and destroy you? Or do you trust me more? Where is your faith? And what he's saying here is this. No matter how dire the situation looks, for us to put our trust in him. No matter how impossible it looks, for us to put our faith and our hope in him. And no matter how tough things may be, for us to continue to look to Jesus, because he is the author and the perfecter of our faith. And as we begin to close for this morning's service, and we'll continue next week on this series, I want to leave us with an encouragement. The disciples at this point did not show great faith. They showed great fear. But what happened subsequently? As we go through the New Testament, we realize that all these disciples, with